Jayant Narlikar, a name synonymous with Indian science fiction, masterfully crafts tales that intrigue the mind. His story, The Rare Idol of Ganesha, is a prime example of this unique skill. It invites us into a world where the lines between hard science and imaginative fantasy become wonderfully blurred. The narrative carefully builds a sense of mystery around a scientist's extraordinary claims. We are encouraged to question what is possible and what lies beyond our current understanding of reality. This story is not just about science, it is about the human desire to explore the unknown, even if it leads to unforeseen consequences and profound questions about existence itself. The story introduces us to a fascinating cast of characters, each playing a vital role in the unfolding drama. At the center is Ajit, a brilliant and reclusive scientist. His mind is a wellspring of groundbreaking, perhaps even dangerous ideas. Then there is Pramod, a talented young cricketer. His life takes an unexpected turn, becoming entangled with Ajit's secret experiments. We also meet John Armstrong, an inquisitive visitor from overseas. He is a man of science, keen to understand the strange events he witnesses. Accompanying Armstrong is Ken, his associate, who often serves as a sounding board for Armstrong's thoughts and observations, adding another layer to the interactions. The themes explored in The Rare Idol of Ganesha are both timeless and thought-provoking. The story delves into the potential of scientific advancement. It questions the ethical boundaries of experimentation, especially when it involves human life, or something very much like it. There is a subtle exploration of ambition and the pursuit of knowledge. Can a scientist go too far in the name of discovery? Furthermore, the narrative cleverly interweaves elements of Indian culture and spirituality, particularly through the titular Ganesha idol. This adds a unique flavor to the science fiction framework, suggesting that ancient wisdom and modern science might not be as separate as we often believe them to be. As the plot begins to unfold, we are drawn into a puzzle. What exactly is Ajit working on in his secluded laboratory? How does a simple game of cricket lead to such bewildering events? The author skillfully plants seeds of curiosity. He makes us eager to learn more about the connections between these seemingly disparate elements. The story promises a journey into the speculative, where science fiction provides a lens to examine possibilities that challenge our everyday perceptions. It is a testament to Narlikar's ability to create a narrative that is both intellectually stimulating and deeply engaging, making us ponder the very nature of being. Ajit is the enigmatic heart of this scientific tale. He is portrayed as a scientist of immense intellect, one who has dedicated his life to pushing the boundaries of known science. His laboratory is his sanctuary, a place hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. It is here that he conducts experiments that are far beyond the conventional. The air around Ajit is thick with secrecy. He is not one to share his discoveries easily. This reclusiveness only adds to the intrigue surrounding his work. He is a man driven by a singular vision, a vision that could change the world or perhaps create new worlds entirely. His personality is that of a classic brilliant mind, perhaps a little detached from ordinary societal norms. Ajit is intensely focused, almost to the point of obsession. His conversations are often direct, hinting at a mind that operates on a different plane of thought. He is not intentionally unkind, but his preoccupation with his research can make him seem distant. Yet there is a spark of something extraordinary about him, a quiet confidence in his abilities. He is a man who believes he is on the cusp of a monumental breakthrough, a discovery that will redefine what it means to be human or to exist at all. Ajit shares a connection with Pramod, the young cricketer. This connection is not immediately obvious in its full depth, but it becomes clear that Pramod is more than just an acquaintance. He is, in some way, integral to Ajit's experiments. This relationship hints at the scientist's willingness to involve others in his radical research. It raises questions about the responsibilities that come with such power. Is Ajit fully aware of the potential impact his work could have on individuals like Pramod? Or is his scientific curiosity overriding other considerations? These questions linger, adding a layer of complexity to his character. The mystery surrounding Ajit's work is palpable. We understand he is not engaged in ordinary research. His endeavors lean towards the fantastical, the kind of science that usually resides only in the pages of speculative fiction. He is, in essence, the architect of the unthinkable, daring to venture where no one has gone before. His laboratory is not just a place of test tubes and beakers, it is a realm where the fundamental laws of nature are being challenged and perhaps rewritten. Ajit embodies the spirit of relentless inquiry, the drive to unravel the deepest secrets of the universe, no matter the cost or the strangeness of the path. The story takes a dramatic turn during a seemingly ordinary cricket match. Pramod, known for his cricketing talent, steps onto the field. However, on this particular day, his performance transcends mere skill. It is nothing short of extraordinary, almost magical. Every stroke of his bat is perfectly timed. Every ball he bowls finds its mark with uncanny precision. He plays with an energy and finesse that leaves spectators and teammates alike in complete awe. It is as if he has been imbued with a power beyond normal human capability, a display of prowess that borders on the superhuman. This remarkable performance, however, is not the only unusual event of the day. Following his incredible display on the field, Pramod's behavior undergoes a shocking transformation. The usually calm and composed cricketer becomes uncharacteristically aggressive and volatile. This sudden shift is jarring to everyone who knows him. He engages in a heated argument, his temper flaring in a way that is completely out of character. This outburst escalates quickly, leading to a confrontation with the authorities, a public incident that further deepens the mystery surrounding him and his earlier performance. The contrast between Pramod's superhuman skill and his subsequent erratic behavior is stark. It raises immediate questions. What could have caused such a drastic change in a single individual within such a short span of time? Spectators and officials are bewildered. Friends and teammates are concerned. The incident on the cricket pitch is not just a momentary lapse, it feels like a significant deviation, a crack in the reality they thought they understood. This event serves as a crucial catalyst, setting in motion a chain of inquiries and revelations that will drive the narrative forward into even more perplexing territory. The memory of Pramod's performance, followed by his outburst, lingers in the minds of all who witnessed it. It is an anomaly, an event that defies easy explanation. Was it stress? Was it a hidden aspect of his personality suddenly coming to the fore? Or was there something else at play, something far stranger and more complex? The narrative subtly suggests that this incident is not random. It is connected to the underlying scientific mysteries that Ajit is exploring. Pramod's unforgettable day on the cricket pitch becomes a pivotal moment, highlighting the strange forces at work just beneath the surface of everyday life. Following the tumultuous events at the cricket ground and his altercation with the police, Pramod vanishes. He doesn't return home. He doesn't contact his friends or family. It is as if he has simply disappeared into thin air, leaving behind a trail of confusion and mounting anxiety. The police initiate a search, but their efforts yield no clues. Pramod, the star cricketer whose brilliance had just astonished everyone, is now a missing person. His sudden absence adds another layer of complexity to an already baffling situation, making the mystery even more profound. Ajit, the scientist with whom Pramod had a connection, reacts to the news of his disappearance in a peculiar manner. On the surface, he might express concern, as anyone would for a missing acquaintance. However, beneath this veneer, there seems to be a different kind of understanding, perhaps even a knowing calmness. His reaction is not one of pure shock or distress. Instead, it hints that he might possess some insight into Pramod's whereabouts or the reasons for his vanishing. This subtle behavior does not go unnoticed, particularly by astute observers like John Armstrong, fueling further speculation about Ajit's involvement. John Armstrong, the visiting scientist, finds his curiosity increasingly piqued by these strange occurrences. The extraordinary cricket performance, the subsequent aggressive behavior, and now Pramod's sudden disappearance. All these events seem too interconnected to be mere coincidences. Armstrong begins to suspect that Ajit's secretive research might hold the key to understanding this puzzle. His scientific mind is drawn to the anomalies, and he feels compelled to investigate further. He senses that something extraordinary, perhaps even paradigm-shifting, is unfolding, and Ajit is at the very center of it all. The disappearance of Pramod becomes a central point of intrigue. It transforms the narrative from a story about unusual behavior into a genuine mystery. The community is worried. The media begins to speculate. But the truth remains elusive, hidden behind the walls of Ajit's laboratory and within the depths of his complex mind. The question hangs heavy in the air. Where is Pramod? And what role did Ajit's experiments play in his vanishing? This uncertainty creates a compelling tension, urging the reader, alongside characters like Armstrong, to seek answers and uncover the secrets that lie hidden. Section 5. An Evening of Disclosure. The Scientist's Confession. The growing unease and the persistent intelligent questions from John Armstrong eventually lead to a pivotal moment in the story. Ajit, perhaps recognizing a kindred scientific spirit in Armstrong, or maybe feeling the pressure of the unfolding events, decides to reveal some of his secrets. He invites Armstrong, along with his associate Ken, for dinner. This dinner is not merely a social gathering. It is set up as an occasion for a significant disclosure. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation. Armstrong is eager for explanations, hoping to finally understand the bizarre chain of events. As the evening progresses, the conversation gradually steers towards Ajit's research. The setting is intimate, perhaps Ajit's own home, a place where he feels comfortable enough to speak about matters he has kept hidden for so long. He begins to talk about his work, not in vague terms, but with a directness that surprises his guests. He acknowledges the strange nature of Pramod's recent behavior and his subsequent disappearance. He implies that these events are not as inexplicable as they might seem to the outside world. He hints that they are, in fact, connected to his experiments. Ajit's demeanor during this confession is crucial. He is not a boastful scientist, nor is he overtly remorseful. Instead, he speaks with the conviction of someone who has explored uncharted territories of science. He lays the groundwork for a revelation that is bound to challenge Armstrong's understanding of reality. He prepares his guests for a concept that sounds like it has been lifted directly from the pages of science fiction. The tension builds as Ajit carefully chooses his words, leading up to the core of his groundbreaking and potentially disturbing discovery concerning the creation of lifelike entities. This dinner event serves as the main stage for the story's central scientific revelation. It is where the mystery begins to unravel, at least partially. Ajit's decision to confide in Armstrong is a turning point. It moves the narrative from speculation to explanation, offering a framework, however fantastical, for the strange occurrences. The scientist's confession is not just about Pramod, it is about a fundamental breakthrough in understanding and manipulating the very essence of existence. The guests listen intently, knowing that what they are about to hear could redefine the boundaries of science as they know it. Section 6. Echoes of Existence. Unveiling the Replica Theory. During that fateful dinner, Ajit finally articulates the core of his research, the replica theory. He explains to a stunned Armstrong and Ken that he has discovered a method to create perfect, conscious replicas of living beings. These are not mere robots or mindless copies. Ajit claims his replicas possess the memories, personality, and even the consciousness of the original individual. They are, for all intents and purposes, indistinguishable from the person they are modeled after. This revelation is staggering, pushing the boundaries of biology, physics, and even philosophy into a realm previously considered pure fantasy. Ajit elaborates that these replicas are not permanent. They are designed to exist for a limited duration, after which they simply cease to be, dissolving without a trace. This temporary nature is a crucial aspect of his theory, and, perhaps, a way he rationalizes the ethical implications of his work. He might describe the scientific principles he believes he has harnessed, perhaps involving complex bioenergetic fields or quantum entanglement, concepts that sound plausible enough within a science fiction context, yet are far beyond current mainstream science. The process is delicate, precise, and fraught with unknown variables. The scientist explains that the Pramod who played the extraordinary cricket match and later exhibited aggressive behavior was in fact one such replica. The real Pramod, he assures his guests, was safe and unaware of these events. This explains the cricketer's superhuman abilities, perhaps enhanced by the replication process, and his subsequent uncharacteristic actions, which could be attributed to instabilities in the replica's form or consciousness. The replica, having served its purpose or perhaps having become unstable, then dematerialized, leading to the disappearance that baffled everyone. Armstrong listens with a mixture of disbelief and scientific fascination. The idea of creating conscious replicas is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It opens up a Pandora's box of possibilities and ethical dilemmas. What are the rights of such a replica? What is the nature of its consciousness? Ajit's theory, while explaining the recent strange events, also presents a profound challenge to the understanding of life itself. The replica theory is the centerpiece of Ajit's genius, a concept that blends biological science with something far more esoteric and powerful, blurring the known with the unimagined. Section 7. The Sacred Catalyst, Ganesha's Idol and its Scientific Role. A particularly fascinating and unique element in Ajit's explanation is the role of a rare idol of Ganesha. This is where Narlikar's story beautifully intertwines science with cultural and spiritual elements. Ajit reveals that this specific idol is not merely a religious artifact of worship. He believes it possesses unique properties that are absolutely crucial for his replication process. He posits that the idol is more than just stone or metal. It is a key component, a catalyst that enables the formation of his temporary conscious replicas. This idea itself is a bold leap, connecting ancient mysticism with futuristic science. Ajit might theorize about the idol's unusual material composition. Perhaps it contains rare earth elements or has a crystalline structure that interacts with the energy fields he manipulates. He could also suggest that the idol emits a specific subtle form of radiation or resonance. This unknown property, he believes, is what facilitates the complex process of imprinting consciousness and lifelike qualities onto the replica. The Ganesha idol, therefore, transforms from a symbol of wisdom and auspicious beginnings into an actual scientific instrument in Ajit's laboratory, a vital piece of his experimental apparatus. The choice of a Ganesha idol is culturally significant. Ganesha is revered in Hinduism as the remover of obstacles and the god of intellect and wisdom. By integrating this deity's idol into the scientific process, the story suggests a deeper connection. It hints that ancient artifacts might hold secrets that modern science is only beginning to understand. It also adds a layer of almost mystical reverence to Ajit's otherwise clinical experiments. The idol becomes a bridge between the empirical and the inexplicable, the technological and the spiritual, making the science fiction even more compelling. The scientific backing for the idol's role, as explained by Ajit, would naturally be speculative and highly advanced. He might have conducted numerous tests, observed strange energy readings, or found that replicas could only be stabilized in the idol's presence. This reliance on such an unconventional item underscores the unique nature of Ajit's research. It differentiates his work from standard laboratory science, placing it in a category of its own, where faith, legend, and cutting-edge theory converge. The rare idol of Ganesha is not just a plot device. It is a symbol of this extraordinary blend of science and the seemingly supernatural. Section 8. The Two Pramods. Understanding the cricketer's duality. With Ajit's revelation about the replica theory, the perplexing case of Pramod's behavior and disappearance begins to make a strange kind of sense. There were, in essence, two Pramods. The first was the original Pramod, the young man known to his friends and family, who, according to Ajit, remained safe and sound, completely oblivious to the drama unfolding around his copy. This real Pramod was presumably kept secure by Ajit during the experiment, shielded from any direct involvement or knowledge of the replica's existence and its brief, tumultuous life. The second Pramod was the replica. This entity was the one who exhibited superhuman cricketing skills, likely an intended or unintended side effect of Ajit's process, perhaps an enhancement of Pramod's natural abilities. This replica was also the one who displayed the sudden aggression and got into trouble with the police. Ajit might explain this volatile behavior as an instability in the replica's psyche, or a degradation of its programmed persona as it neared the end of its designed lifespan. The replica was a temporary being, a fleeting echo of the original. The disappearance of Pramod was, therefore, not a case of a person going missing in the conventional sense. It was the replica reaching the end of its existence and dematerializing, as Ajit had designed his creations to do. This explains why no trace of Pramod could be found after the police incident. There was nothing to find. The replica simply ceased to be, its constituent matter or energy dispersing back into an unknown state. This concept, while scientifically astounding, provides a neat, albeit unsettling resolution to the mystery of the vanishing cricketer from the perspective of Ajit's theory. The existence of two Pramods, even if one was temporary, raises profound ethical questions, though Ajit himself might not dwell on them. Was it right to create a conscious being, even a temporary one, without its consent? What were the experiences of the replica Pramod like? Did it feel? Did it suffer? While Ajit's focus was on the scientific achievement, the story subtly invites the reader to consider these deeper implications. The duality of Pramod highlights the immense power and responsibility that come with the ability to manipulate life and consciousness, a central theme in this blend of science and fantasy. Section 9. A Mind Wiped Clean, the enduring mystery of Ajit's legacy. The story concludes with a poignant and mysterious twist regarding Ajit himself. After revealing his incredible world-altering experiments, Ajit suffers a profound and irreversible amnesia. He loses all memory of his groundbreaking research, the intricate details of his replica theory, and the scientific processes he had perfected. It is as if his mind has been wiped clean of the very knowledge that made him so extraordinary. This sudden loss is tragic, effectively sealing away his secrets from the rest of the world, perhaps forever. The cause of Ajit's amnesia is left somewhat ambiguous, adding to the enigma. Was it an unforeseen side effect of his own dangerous experiments, a price he paid for delving too deep into the unknown? Or perhaps, was it a deliberate act, a self-imposed measure to ensure that such potentially perilous knowledge would not fall into the wrong hands or be misused? The story doesn't provide a definitive answer, allowing readers to ponder the possibilities. This uncertainty amplifies the sense of mystery surrounding his work and its ultimate fate. With Ajit's memory gone, the precise details of how to create conscious replicas, the specific role of the Ganesha idol, and the underlying scientific principles are lost. John Armstrong and Ken are left with the incredible story, but without the blueprint to verify or replicate the experiments. The world is left on the cusp of a revolution that never fully materializes. The knowledge remains tantalizingly out of reach, a legend whispered among those few who were privy to Ajit's confession. The science, so close to being unveiled, retreats back into the realm of speculation and wonder. Ultimately, the rare idol of Ganesha masterfully succeeds in its blend of rigorous scientific inquiry and imaginative, almost fantastical possibilities. Ajit's lost knowledge ensures that the core mystery endures. We are left to marvel at what might have been and to contemplate the profound implications of his work. The story serves as a powerful reminder that the pursuit of science can lead to astonishing discoveries, but also to unforeseen consequences and enduring enigmas. The tale of Ajit and his replicas remains a captivating exploration of the very edge of scientific understanding, where fact and fiction beautifully entwine.